You were going to say put up or shut up. It's not that bad to say. I'll say it for you.
You did a very good job.
Thank
well
you.
delivered.
It's because everyone tells me to shut up all the time in Twitch chat, so I'm used to it.
Map number 2, Na'Vi definitely got the upper hand here. It's one of their favourite maps, and Simple, though, missing in the first. Maybe that might be a bit of an issue. Who knows?
Yeah, it would be super strange if he didn't show up for 2 straight games.
Yeah.
That would be. I know Zeus was feeling under the weather today. I saw him this morning. This morning for me was 1 p.m., but this morning when I was getting some food.
Everyone's getting a little bit funny today, like in terms of illness and stomach bugs and stuff like that. It's a bit of a going around, but he should be fine. He actually played very well in the first map, so hopefully he can bounce back, and so can Simple, and they can take this to a third. We'll see, though. Gambit playing very well. Hobbit starting to arrive in this tournament, warming up into it. Looking good. Remember, this is a Swiss format tournament. Both of these teams 1-0, looking for that prestigious 2-0. That means you're in a great spot to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, well, and Swiss best of 3, I think, which yesterday we highlighted on the fact that teams that can, or even players that get slow starts can actually build back into it. They have the chance to do so. So, yeah, like I say, it would be very bizarre for Simple to be missing throughout the course of an entire series. I imagine, with that said, that we should expect something from him this time. I'm curious as well. Hobbit played excellent in the second half of the second game. That was CT side. CT side is structured. You have a role, you have an obligation, you have a position on the map that you're going to play.
Yes.
Typically, you're going to be comfortable. He's probably inserted himself into where he's comfortable and where he already played. T sides have been a little slower for him now, and I'm curious to see if that trend continues while he goes to the in-game leading, because that will be the hardest aspect for him to contribute when he's now calling the shots and going in directions as a unit rather than sitting and watching an angle that he's familiar with.
Well, there we go. We'll see as the game begins shortly. We've already had the knife. It will be Na'Vi standing on the T side here. It's quite a balanced map. CT definitely preferred for a lot of teams, though. Kind of set yourself a target for that second half, as we'll be starting momentarily. Looking at the pistols, it was Gambit that ran away with the first, but lots of force bites, lots of back and forth in the first map. And looks like we're ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be our second map in our third best of 3 of the day. We've got one more coming up, which will be Cloud9 versus FaZe, a rematch of that major final. It's always a lot of fun. They'll be playing in a best of 3 as well. Of course. Here we go then. Coin flip. There we go. CT starts 4 Gambits. Mirage. 2 smokes, 3 flashbangs, an upgraded pistol for Simple as usual. And they're going towards the B site. Probably smoking the pillars. Flash in. And try and take down C's, who's ready and waiting, and then some. Takes down that first kill. And what a frag it is to get. The upgraded pistol as Simple goes down. It will be Edward to pick it up. Great shot there by Seized, and there's the smokes we described. Seized looking for a couple more here. The jumping shots work out. Zeus doing a good job, but Hobbit's coming in the flanks very quickly here.
So Mo to swing back toward the window. Is going to look inside of the site. He can't quite get the vision he wants, but Hobbit on the flank. That's what's the more tantalizing aspect of this round. Flamey at bench has a chance to try and spot it. Zeus, in fact, takes the initiative to jump up. Flamey's now distracted elsewhere. Distracted, but very focused, apparently, in his aim, because he's gotten Doja and Mo, and Hobbit the last alive. Pistol round 1 by Na'Vi.
There we go. Seized. They managed to open the killing there with the first kill on Simple, but still they committed towards the B side. Good smokes. And
if I'm not mistaken, that's the first pistol round for Na'Vi.
Maybe,
because they ecoed in the second.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Gambit shut down by those 2 smokes towards the pillars. Nice jumping, as I described, from Zeus and co. They jump around the corner just to make sure Seized's aim is not lined up for multi-frag potential there. That's quite an important factor. As we get into it, it will be Adren with the Desert Eagle looking for the first pick. Spots the head, has to push forward now. Molotov takes him out of position. Simple, low HP. Avoids the bullets for now. It's the scout of Mo that tags him up. Flashback towards the window. Simple not going to be phased by this as Edward finds the first kill. Simple lines up the second. That's his rival scout going down. So quite a comfortable round now. Time will tell. Hobbit, though, with the Galil in hand, finds a second. Finds Zeus as well. So 3 on 3. Still looking good for Na'Vi. Seized tries to maybe recover the scout. We'll have a look. He's just out of reach right now. If he wants to get it, does put himself in a compromising position.
Shot from Flamey does land. Doja's head removed. Is that the kill that sways the round? The problem being that Seized has the CZ. I was going to say is the only one on the A side. Hobbit was all the way inside of the B apartments, but he does very well to find a headshot on the CZ-75. And now that brings the rifle back into the mix. They'll smoke off CT stairs. Smartly so, as Hobbit does just arrive in that position, but Seized is going to back well off. Hobbit doesn't need to do much here.
Surprised he doesn't get that scout now. He just walked right by it. Now at 30 HP, there it is, gets the scout. That makes a lot of sense. You can see Flamey and Simple would die to scout tags here. So can't hit that one. And that should be the round. Sees in a very difficult position as the bomb's planted. Go for the wall bang here. Not quite going to be on point. And Simple should be able to take him down here. There it is. Last shot comes in. Well played by Na'Vi. Gambit, the force buy, don't get much. Well, they get 3 kills. It could have been possible for them, but ultimately on the CT side, kills like that don't equate to too much. If the T's end up winning, it's going to be quite easy for them to run over round number 3. Full eco now for Gambit. Oh no, what are they doing? Matt, what's happening? Help. They're force buying. Again.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go with your gut instincts.
This is not a good idea. I repeat, this is not a good idea.
Well, Zeus with the AK. Oh, destroyed by Mo. I was going to say he's going to have a shooting gallery because he's got 2 players peeking it, but Mo's got the angle.
That's the one thing it does have, the surprise element. Players thinking, I'm going to get some kills against fully unequipped CTs. I'm going to find whatever I can. They get 1 kill, but quickly that's replied. Adren with the pistol towards the A-ramp gets nothing. Sees with 1, but Simple starting to come to life now. Good shots of the AK-47. Gambit might have just thrown all their economy away for this. 3-on-2. Mo has to go absolutely huge here. C's definitely dead. And there it is. That's why you don't do it. They won't be able to buy in the first gun round now. Very bizarre.
Mo's going to go back toward the catwalk, at least with the scout still in hand, but unfortunately don't picture him winning out the round. They've already managed to cross as well at connector, meaning that he won't be able to deny the first attempt to plant. Simple seemingly wants to go and try and find exactly where this scout is and put the CTs on an absolute default in the next round.
Oh, yes.
More to lose than gain from that, I would argue, but you could debate it either way, because if he gets kills in the next round, it's going to matter. Whereas if they lose them now and lose an AK, you could argue the reinvestment. There's pros and cons in either approach in that.
Well, they'll be full eco now. This should be the first gun round. They made a very odd call to force by there. Like I said, I kind of get it. They're trying to surprise them and hope Na'Vi are pretty overzealous and run around trying to get the eco frags, but only getting 2 kills of it doesn't really justify, does it? I really wanted to give it a good go here in the gun round. As we'll get into PT50s and Deagles. They'll get $2,900 on top of their current investment, probably hovering around 2K with the PT50s purchased. 1 flashbang, they're going to push off towards short. There's the flash, not going to cause any sort of significant damage just yet. Good shot though by Mo, takes down Simple. That's the first kill. Can they find anything more? I doubt it, but Mac 10 of Edward. Getting a little bit awkward there towards the underpass. Hobbit gets 1 more. He'll have to push and try and get the hell out of there. 3-on-3, only finds that Mac 10. He's on 3 HP as well. Dossier tucks himself in the corner towards the palace. Flamey. Trying to find him. Surely going to do so. Unarmored. Dossier does catch him with a nade out, but Electronic will take care of him. 2 very low HP CTs now. That should be the round.
Mo's going to go back inside of the vent, but Electronic staring it down will deny that quite quickly and easily. It's Hobbit with the Mac 10. It's been picked up, but almost dying to a stray bullet in the smoke before he even gets to the site. I imagine that's going to happen to him any second. 3 HP. Flamey sees him jumping. Takes him down with the AK. 4-0 now for Na'Vi. AWP is brought out immediately by Mo, however, this time. His spawn, A side. So there's the option of connector or the A cave.
Let's have a look then. 2 orbs for Gambits. First gun round after the weird decisions with the economy there. Flashbangs will go in. See, he's looking for the first pick. He was a secondary AWP back in Na'Vi. Way back when. Edward already tagged up down to 16 HP. Electronic coming from the underpass here. Good shot through the smoke. Hobbit will be frustrated with that one. Cleanly through the smoke at that. 5-4. This is where Zeus really can mastermind a strategy now, knows he's got plenty of time. Wait for the reactions, and Simple is vulnerable towards short. Looking at the connector right now, Mo needs to work a little bit harder here for a frag. Simple at the bottom of the steps. Next frag pretty much decides the round for the CTs. Simple takes down Mo, that's going to be it. Now he knows he's fired, can take a little reposition. Has the advantage now. No, Mo probably jumps up towards the ticket booth. There it is. Easy frag for Simple. Might even get another one here. Sees, misses the shot. Doesn't make the same mistake twice, though. As now at least gives Gambit some sort of fighting chance.
Shots back through from Flaming on the edge of the smoke, but it's Doja that's inside of the palace who can still turn around and foil this all. Bomb as well is down in the middle, but that could be recovered. Electronic with a great kill against against Adren. And Edward sneaking in behind will find seized. Doja never had a chance to get back inside of the site. 5-0 Na'Vi, T-side as well. And we are seeing a true home and home here, Henry.
Absolutely, they're looking very comfortable right now. This is much better. Round number 6 has to be another eco for Gambit. They'll take a partial buy here with the maximum loss bonus. They tried double orbs in their first gun round. Didn't really work out for them at all. Managed to get a couple of picks again, but Na'Vi just swelling in terms of cash now. Simple, like we said, getting warmed up and looking much better than he did on overpass. Adren pushes in for the initial kill. Good flashbang, but I think that was from his team. He gets fully flashed by. They somehow still get the kill. Adren going to get a second bite of the cherry here. Takes down Zeus. AK-47 in hand now. 5-on-3 in favor of Gambit. Seized. Good position to find Simple. Remember, he's got the orb, so he's going to be using the pistol here. Fires up some shots. Seized. Used that opportunity to strike. Gives up his position. Still didn't go down. That's the key. Trent wants to go down.
Flamey, good find onto Adren. Mo going to be moved by Molotov.
Wow.
And removed by AK. Doja the same. Navi's looking seriously good right now.
Good composure from Na'Vi. 5-on-3, just wait up. CT's going to make mistakes eventually and rotate. That's all their weaponry they've managed to salvage gone. And they still have 3 players at full HP. 50 seconds remaining, C's low. Only of those CZs now. We can probably try and get rid of those AKs, throw them out of the map if possible. There we go.
Great throw.
Good throw. Good arms. And we'll see if these last 35 seconds will find anything. C's low HP, like we said. I doubt he gets much out of this one. Indeed, he does not. Hobbit on the other side of the map. They'll go in towards B, actually. Will he hear them coming? Oh, he actually will. He could have a chance to win this map. A very slim one. If he gets the bomb down, throws a spanner in the works as it's planting, that's something. Oh, they've planted a short, though. Here we go.
He's got the first kill for Flamey, though. He's got it down. He hasn't been tagged up yet. He could make this really interesting. He's got him isolated inside of the site. He's trying to get the plant. 5 seconds. Good thing they got the kill. He didn't know Simple was ready for it. He did the right thing. He had to get him off the plant, but the hard part was survival. Simple, by the way, is looking more to form. Nothing crazy yet. I'm sure we'll get something from him eventually, but leads the way now with 9 kills. Still no kills for Doja, but we get another time. Well, I shouldn't say another time. A timeout call from, and I assume tactical from Gambit. I can't see any more inside of the server to get that confirmation to you. Yeah, it's tactical, they're saying.
There we go. Oh, but definitely had the chance to make amazing play there. Came down to 5 seconds on the clock. Got him off the bomb. If he could have survived somehow, he wins, but obviously not meant to be. As Simple takes him down from short. Tactical timer for Gambit once again. They go for the single orb setup this time. 6-0. It was Gambit that picked up the first map. And a very close affair. Looks like this could be 3, though. Here in Ukraine, Na'Vi's home soil of sorts. Obviously Simple. Zeus and Edward, Ukrainian players, Flamey and Electronic Russian.
Mo gonna try and watch toward the top of the boxes. Meanwhile, Hobbit inside a connector. So guns again for Gambit, and they want to make the best of it. They're gonna need to make the best of it. Don't let Na'Vi run rampant with this first half because it's only going to get harder and their money's built. So it's going to take a few rounds to break them down. Take, I think, 3, and at that point, money bonus is going to be back. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of work.
Oh, absolutely. Still early days, though. Na'Vi haven't even won the half yet, so still time for Gambit to recover this. It's best of 3. Remember, they're a map up as well, so that's why they try to explore their options with the 4 spies. Didn't work out for them. 1 kit this round on Seized.
It's Doja, who's not yet on the scoreboard, plays in shadow up close toward the palace. In fact, he's above. He's on the balcony directly, and there it is. He's got his first kill. Fitting, as it's Hobbit to take down Edward first, that it might come in their first win for Doja. For the round, he's got a second on him, Electronic. Good transition. He's got lots of information that they're stacking toward him in, and they're trying to get in the site. Just Simple remaining. He does get 1 kill. But Gambit will start to close off the map against him. In fact, the Dren's going to go the long way around through the apartments.
Try and catch him. Bomb goes down. Simple's thrown away his AWP again. And he wants to just go die.
If he checks this corner. If he pre-fired that corner. If he just was, get in that mindset where you're just going to run and not stop no matter what, nothing's going to get in your way. He could have won that if he had hit the 3rd one.
They didn't recover his AWP, so that's what he wanted. He wanted to just go find another kill, throw the AWP away, and make sure they don't get a foothold into the game. It's only 6-1, and they're going to have to invest more if they want to buy the AWP again. They're not going to, by the looks of things. It is stick on 5 rifles here. As we get into round number 8, ladies and gentlemen, all power for Simple again, 11-4. Much better game from him. This is huge for Gambit. Lose this, they're in a lot of trouble. 1 kill from Simple was powerful, just in terms of keeping Gambit on a leash. Flamey will always be on that A ramp. Hobbit, aggressive of course, and Edward gets the first kill, takes down Dosia. Out of the apartments, gets 2, and this is looking like an absolute nightmare now for Gambit. Can they recover it? Hobbit seems to think so. Good grenade, but down he goes. Good trades coming through, and they might just have to save it. Like we said, it's a full reset. Adren will give it one last go to see if there's anything that can be done.
Oh, Flamey, great shot. Nothing that they're going to be able to do on the Gambit side, unfortunately. Now Seized will sit back and try and save. In fact, inside of the window room. Kill against Flamey might have made it possible because they would have known that Flamey was babysitting, and therefore there's 1 still in the bomb. Enough information perhaps to try and take the round. Zeus swinging around the corner will get Seized down 7-1 now for Na'Vi, and a reset already for Gambit. That's brutal.
That is. It really is. We'll have a look if Gambit decide to force buy here. They've got 2 players hovering on the 3K mark, as you can see, but 3 of them also wrecked for cash. Na'Vi looking very well poised to take round number 9, and maybe even the map here at this point. This is getting diabolical for Gambit. 1 CZ is all his purchase, $500. It's round number 9, no particular stack, very default setup. And Simple looking for any players jumping up, as they can see. Pre-aims. Sees, wants to have a go. Molotov towards the van. It's actually touching him, he doesn't realise with the flashbangs. He's going to burn alive.
Not the greatest way.
Yeah, typing is like, well.
Yeah, what do you do? Whoopsie.
That's a really powerful combo, though. Like, it's underrated. The flashbang Molotov.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, like, you can't hear the flames, and you've got widescreen potentially like 3-4 seconds. Like, it can be really, really strong, and that's a perfect example of it right there.
Yeah, it's. I remember when that was a thing. It used to be used mostly.
Came down to 1-on-1, just to note.
Banana, yeah, that's pretty good. But you're right. The flashbang in Banana used to be really common toward the sandbags. If anyone was playing inside of that cubby, you just flash top Banana, nade into it, or Molotov into it. It was really cool.
But sure, it comes down to a 1v1, but Na'Vi still not balling out of control. You can see they're pretty modest. They've got 1 more buy left. But Gambit is clutching at straws right now. They've got CZs, UMPs, a couple of M4s, and the AWP. No defuse kits and a basic amount of utility. It's workable, but it's not ideal, that's for sure. 1 smoke towards the Palace to hold them off. Is Mo with the AWP towards middle. Sees the flashbang. Will he get any chance of taking a shot? Actually, flashbang hits him in the face. Edward drops the smoke to block the vision from the window, and Sees knows he has to play in front of this smoke. This actually could work out quite nicely. Indeed he does. So he drops the smoke, pushes through it, gets a tight angle. We call it an off angle. And the T's just don't assume he'd push it. Zeus is not messing around at all, but he does go down to the flames in the end. Sees gets 2 for 1. That's actually very well done. And he actually gets a bit of redemption, perhaps. Not the collateral, but it looked like it could be close.
It could have been very close. Simple stays alive. If it was the collateral, that would not be the case. And as said, she gets the trade back, but Doja will take down Edward, seemingly late to the party on B as he got caught inside a connector on Catwalk. It is just simple left, and he's looking alive. He's got Hobbit, and he's got a chance as well. Jumps across, wants to fake out the plant. He's isolated at Dren. I say isolated. It likely would have been Doji immediately to repeat, but he was low enough on HP that I could have saw Simple winning that in some worlds. And I'm just waiting for a round like that to happen because they seem to every time Simple's having a good game, and he certainly is. 15 kills, he leads the way. 8-2 still for Na'Vi. Gambit finally getting another round. They're second in the last 4, second overall, obviously, but in the last 4 I mentioned because that does mean the money is getting lower on Na'Vi. They're starting to at least make them close, which means if they win here, they actually could break them, and then they can start to recover the half.
There we have it. A chance for Gambit once again. Zeus will get the initial trade, but Mo, quick to respond. Poor smoke in the window there, actually not where they wanted at all. Gaze and Dosia doing well again. Quiet start, but seems to be finding his footing now as Edward will find it another towards that connector. It's going to be a 3-on-3 now. Sees great control towards the B apartments. He's getting a ton of information here. They can pretty much leave B open. It'll be a risk, sure, but Edward, oh my goodness, he's one step ahead of this play. Looks away! Oh!
That could have been brutal for the timing. Sees still wasn't aware that he was there, so he gets away with it, but what a play that would have been to triangulate middle and pinch them in.
Oh, yes. Well, they'll go back towards B now. Seized is known as the anchor player. Hobbit has to hold it by himself. 3 versus 2. 40 seconds, plenty of time. They've got no smokes, though. They're just going to play a contact. Hope that Hobbit's not there challenging them. He's not for now. They'll make a lot of noise. Hobbit's going to make the rotation call here. Gets one, gets the bomb down. Simple still alive, though. He's always going to be a nuisance and be able to blow your head off, but not this time. Hobbit, that is wonderful. Burrows himself into the corner of the B bomb site, finds all 3 kills. Why are they going so loudly? I'm not quite sure. They're hoping to find the open side, but Hobbit heard it coming. They jumped out 1 by 1 as well. They seem a little bit disjointed there. They might have to take a pause, and that was not well played by Na'Vi. They could have just walked in, had the contact, gone for the trade. One player jumps out. It's Simple in a really difficult position there. He has to just go for the trade by himself, and he essentially had 3 1v1s there. That is not the way to play. You want to at least go contact very slow, or if you're going to rush like that, make sure you have the actual choke point itself before you make noise, then it will go in. So look at this. Electronic. Hobbit's got 3-4 seconds, maybe 5 before he has to reset. Simple, takes him out. She's got a better position. That's a great shot. There's nothing you can do about that. But the second kill, way too easy for him. He shouldn't have that much time to get into a safe position.
So again, Hobbit leads the way for Gambit. Does so on the CT side, 12 kills. 8-3. And they have broken the money of Na'Vi. They could certainly close this up. So a grind, but getting there. Swing toward mid. Or at least Edward will. The rest will head inside of the apartments. Edward's behind the smoke on Catwalk, trying to get closer to the window. See if he can catch off Mo. He's transitioned back to the boxes, but it's a B execution with the pistols. And with Doji and Adren so far forward in A and Mo not spotting anything at mid, they're going to know and suspect that this could be toward B. So they're starting to position for rotations in mid with Adren getting onto the Catwalk. Edward wants to sit and catch them off. So we have 4-man take against 2 players in B site with a late lurk. Hopefully the pistols can yield something, especially the lurk, to give them a better chance of getting in the site. Mo's got 1 down. They did lose Adren. That's mid. So Edward does well to find 1, but then the relay information, was relayed, and Seas will shut them down walking in.
So he's looking decent once again. More kills for him as he gets his 10th on the board. 8-4. This game's not done just yet. This could be an eco for Na'Vi. 8-7's not great for the CT side, but still certainly workable if you can get the pistol in the second. They seem to be getting more comfortable now. Already a map up, and there's Adren dusting off the mouse pad. In more ways than one. Hobbit will have a chance now just to work out what kind of buy he's up against. It looks like just a partial here. Na'Vi's still around $2,000 per player, maybe a little bit less here or there. Is that Molotov? That must have been thrown by... I guess it was a tease from what I can see. Oh, there we go. Not sure how I got there so quickly. Go towards short. Hobbit, best position ever for it.
Yeah, I was about to say they're about to walk into an absolute slaughter. Does get taken down in the end, but overall, the round under control. Sees to make sure of it, sneaking back out.
Yeah, the bomb's down now for him. Flashbangs to come in. And he just wants to just get intel. They've got it towards B. Actually back up a Dren there. There's a little bit of damage. Should be able to finish things off. Spamming through the wall takes down Simple. 8-5. There was the partial buy for Na'Vi, not a full buy. We'll get an AK-47 on the floor. That was dropped by Hobbit. And now a buy comes in. No orbs available for the T's. This could be a chance to get the 8-7. Coach looking a little bit happier now.
Certainly is. Good recovery. I mean, like I said, this round, this half, when it was a reset at 7-1, because they get their 8th one after, it looked like it would be impossible to break down the economy, but they got efficient in the 2 that they did lose, and now they're on a roll. On the back up, though, contest is back on, and Simple's got the fast shot to Mo.
It's a simple win for the glass cannon orb on the T side. I didn't think he would, and he actually gets the opening pick, takes down the rival sniper. 5 versus 4. There we go. We get shown how it was taken down. I didn't quite catch it at the start there. Simple at the top of middle, finds the killing connector. And it's the C's going back on a recovery mission here. Leave no man behind as he gets one. Electronic, though, answers back, goes to the double spray down. And Electronic knows he has the advantage here. Should be able to pick up this kill as they lock horns in the B. Palmate, good flashbang, and it's going to be enough. C steps up once again and recovers it for Gambit.
Dren with the angle that can try and cut off Edward to hold him inside at Cubby. Well, there you go. Very spread out from Na'Vi. One in each region of the map. Doja could be in a perfect position to catch out Simple. He does have an AWP to go against Doja. He's going to let him get close, which is smart. He's also hiding from Palace. I was going to say if it went the other way, if Flamey were the one to rotate, it could be problematic. Doja knows he's there. He's heard him, and he'll go. Oh, I don't think he knows that he's gone this far. Who's going to see the other first? Doja does. Bomb dropped as well in that position. Didn't quite go through the fence. If it went through the fence, Doja would have been sitting pretty, but he's got to back off, knowing that with one rotating to Palace, they're likely already in the A site. What a churn of events, because that's exactly where they are, and they, A, know that Doja's coming, and B, nail seized.
Bombs down towards the A round. 19 seconds here. They will recover it, presumably.
Dren spotted it. He saw it and backed off, so he knows that it's there, and that means he's going to babysit it absolutely as 10 seconds. Doesn't need to. The only problem is he doesn't know where the last player is in Flamey, so even though he wants to run away from the bomb, he does read that it's most likely they're not going to be here. He does run potentially toward them, so Dren with a good kill. Doja with great position to make that possible, and it's 8-6.
Well, there we have it. That is quite a turn of events. It looked like Na'Vi had done enough there, but they forgot the old bomb there. Goes down and spawn, and Dren spots it. Great positional play. That's all he had to do. Looking for that last round. Lost bonus accumulating now for Na'Vi. Can get one more buy here. Zeus might be down to just the UMP. Double orb setup now. Hobbit and Mo.
And that's split across the map. Mo toward the window now, moving out toward jungle. And likely connector with no smoke in that position. And Hobbit already on the catwalk. No one directly in B, but they want to get aggressive. Trades on A. So Mo swings back in. Hasn't found a kill yet. They've lost seized in middle. Mo's got problems because now he's got people directly in front on A main. And mid's been lost. So Hobbit has to hold mid. And Mo needs to be confident in that to get back in position. Good kill from the AWP and better kill from Hobbit with the nade. That taking out Zeus means mid's wide open. And they play it to perfection and not overcommitting on either side until they knew the communication was there. 8-7. What a half recovery from Gambit.
They were 6-0 down map, and they managed to bring that back. Like I said, at 6-0, I remember saying it's not over until we get to the end of the half. Even though 6-0, it looks real bleak. They were even, what, 8-1 down,
8-1,
I think it was?
which I think it paints a better picture because that talks about the reset.
It absolutely does, and they managed to scrape that together. Hobbit 15, seized again, 14 kills. This team has brought him back to life. He was absent in Na'Vi for about a year. He looked shocking at the major and flip side. I thought his career is done. He's going to be an analyst. We'll see him at the desk at this event. He gets signed by Gambit, and all of a sudden he has this resurgence. He's best of threes now, and he's looked much better.
And as Thorin said yesterday, speaking of new players, the same could be said arguably for Seized. Don't judge them by one single tournament alone. That said, yes, it does look encouraging, and hopefully it continues.
It's just compared to what we saw.
Absolutely. No, and that is a fair assessment to make. I just want to make sure people don't suddenly say, "Oh, Seized is great. He's back. He's back."
No,
give that time. But he is playing awesome.
He's playing much better. This seems like we hadn't seen even a single game like this from him in Na'Vi for over a year. And now he's done it in like 2 back-to-back best of 3s. Like, I'm impressed.
So in they go, aggressively toward B for Gambit. B side again, surprise, surprise, just as it was on Overpass. Great shot from a Dren, takes down Zeus, gives them the pistol.
That's going to be B-bomb set open.
Simple's going to rotate around, though, and he's lethal from range with a USP. He's got a line up toward bench. In fact, he would have spotted Mo going to the corner. Edward's got a Dren as well. So 4-4 on retake, and they'll start to go. Doja, great kill, therefore, to take down Edward. They know Mo's trapped. Simple's hoping that he's going to be forced out, but it's not going to happen if Doja keeps hitting shots, so Simple has to get aggressive. And he will. Will he ever? There's no need to. Hobbit gets absolutely obliterated. Doja's got one further kill. That's going to leave Simple with nowhere to go. Good crossfire. Seized played that right because the Hobbit's going to peek. Seized has to sit tight.
Dozier with the 3K there. They get the opening kill. Managed to over on the B-bomb, so definitely got a bit dicey there, over-committing in terms of the positions they were challenging there when the bomb was down. They still had the Molotov, though, so they were safe. And Seeds was going to forever decided to back up his teammate as well instead of throwing the grenade. That was the right choice, and it will be a force buy here from Na'Vi. A chance for Gambit. Win this round, and they're going to have to lead. Absolutely. A execution, I don't mind that. It's only B rushes on this map I really hate in the second round against the force buy. Flash to go in. This is a classic anti-force buy, but Electronic will capitalize their flashbangs to go in. Can they recover? One towards Shadow. That's going to be the player going down. Still one at the A ramp. They haven't managed to find him just yet. There it is. Bomb should be planted as Gambit take the man advantage.
Well recovered. Doji just manned up about it and ran in. He's doing the same to run towards CT spawn, and Simple's the next to go down. Watch as Zeus has to back away, and he'll get found by Doja. Every time I talk about a kill, it seems it's Doja. Another 3 kill for him, so 6 in the first 2 rounds of the second half. Interestingly enough, 6 is the closest number to sex.
yes, it is. That's why we're here.
Interestingly enough, he had 7 kills in the entire first half. So,
well, there we have it. Quite an easy round there for Gambit. I like that. 3 towards a Palace to first, but well recovered. It should be the full eco now for Na'Vi. Indeed, it is. Not a single dollar brought into the round. Gambit take the lead. They were 8-1 down. And they pull this game back. They're already a map up. This is going to be frustrating for Na'Vi. 2 players in that connector. Smoke goes in to take away a bit of vision there towards the bomb site itself. The MAC-10 going to struggle here. Probably a trade coming in. One more bullet left, and Adren makes it work. Takes down Electronic as well. Edward rotates in. Nice little play here to get on the box again. He's not going to be checking that once more. And there we have it. We've got that silenced USP, though. 1 kill for Zeus. And Simple stuck in a horrible position here. Default weaponry, 4-on-1. Might be able to get a gun out of this. We'll have a look. There it is.
Yeah. Planted.
Not good at range, but...
No, he's trying, though. You got to admire it. Death by 1,000 paper cuts to Simple.
Paper cuts in between the toes?
Ooh. I haven't had paper cuts there, but you get sand cuts on the beach sometimes there, like the blades of grass.
Just imagine, though, that's torture.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure you've been to... Most southern beaches don't have it, but in northern hemisphere or the further north you go, you get the sand dunes that are built up by the winds in winter and then have a very sharp form of blade. I don't know what the grass is, but like the blades of grass that are like...
Yeah.
Oh, you walk through those and you get them between the toes. Those are brutal.
I've made myself cringe. Okay, well...
You make me cringe every cast.
Well, that's fine. That's normal. This is...
I'm probably worse,
different. So there we go. 10-8, first gun round, all for Simple. Glass cannon. Oh no, he's got $1,000. I beg your pardon. It's actually a pretty decent buy for him. He was quite disciplined in his force buy approach. They're going to go towards A again. This is not a bonus round for Gambit, but they certainly have money reserved. It's going to be a smoke towards the steps here, thrown by Hobbit. They'll be one towards jungle, CT spawn, and a good nade into the face of Seas. He didn't want to take that, but in Molotov towards connector, he'll be solo towards middle. Execution straight away, boys. Getting in before the smokes are deployed, trying to catch the CTs with grenades in their hands, trying to respond. Flamey gets the first. Does he have any more left in the tank? He's getting a lot of pressure towards him, and smokes as well. That'll push him out of position. The Flames touching him there as he goes down to 22 HP. The bomb will be planted, man. Good execution so far. Leaves in a 5 versus 4. No kits for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that's a huge problem. Gambit extending the lead. Upper bracket, remember, these 2 teams 1-0.
Remember as well, there's no utility for Gambit. Here we go.
Seized has an okay position on this because they're still working out from jungle. They've got kills to work in the front of the site. They can get toward the bomb, and they've actually found Seized. So no kit might not be the biggest issue for them. They've got to get on it now, however, if that's going to be the case. I think they've got it. They've got it just in time. Simple's running to be sure because he wants to save the AWP. But I can't tell because we're not on. Oh, he does got it. Okay.
Oh, there's 1 second in that, if that. Well, there we have it.
It says .008 in the little graphic. I don't know if it was that close or not because I couldn't see his perspective, but he certainly got away with one, and they'll get the round on the Na'Vi side.
Problem is, plenty of money for Gambit. Not so much on Na'Vi. They do manage to save... Okay, they did save over some AWP, so they're okay in that respect. Salvaging weaponry. Simple will have the AWP. Same story for Flamey. Flamey was great, an overpass with the AWP. We'll see if he can step up here. Have to win this round, though, otherwise they're going to be looking down the barrel of a double eco for them. Simple watches the cross, spamming off a shot through there. Gets a flashbang to the face, though. He'll fall back. Nades coming in. Smokes towards short. This will be a fast B split, as you can see them setting up for it. They've got players looking towards short. That's going to be seized. Alone in middle once again. Flashbangs coming in as Zeus wants to get aggressive here. And wait by the window ledge. It's a position where you can get 1 kill, drop out, and disallow the trade. Oh, Zeus. Lucky to be alive there.
Very. 8 HP. They're going to swap the weapons as a result of that, so Edward will take the M4 instead. Zeus, Edward, Simple, all toward the B site. In fact, they're going to swap Zeus away from it. He's going to play more passive toward Checker. They want the op there from Simple. Gives them the HP. A site wide open as a result of this, but Gambit don't seem to mind. B again from Hobbit. He's actually reverse spraying the window at the Checker room as well, the kitchen, excuse me. So that reveals they are heading that direction. 1 kill to Electronic. Simple responds immediately. But they're still there. Hobbit's in the site, by the way, with bomb. Oh, gotta be very careful. Close from Simple. I don't think they're aware that Hobbit has gone that far, though, and he slides out, seized, nails Simple. I think he would have spotted Hobbit as well on his right side, but he's so focused and fixed upon the van, he can't do anything of it, and Hobbit's able to get 2 kills, but he's dropped the bomb, and it's a problem for Mo, who's got low HP. Good find. 1 versus 1 against Edward.
10 seconds.
Is he aware that Edward is still inside of the Checker room? He certainly is, but you're right. He has to get the bomb down, and Edward is going to make his move as that happens. He'll concede the plant, but he'll be immediately behind Mo, who's going to have no idea. So 2 straight rounds for Na'Vi, plus the AWP picked up.
Very close. Didn't seem clear as to who was going to win that round, but it's going to be Edward positioning himself by the bomb, taking him down when the plant comes in. So money injected into Gambit. They probably got 1 more buy here as he manages to find 1 more AWP. Diffuse comes in, 2 kills for Edward there. Simple, great work to even find 2 kills. They could see how well read that was. Just bullying his opposition. I think we're all tied up again. This has been 2 very close games, Matt. 10-10. Gambit indeed can buy. Only 1 player survives for Na'Vi. They're definitely going to buy this one. They want to try and break the economy of the CTs here. Not much separating these 2 teams as Gambit take a tactical pause now. B play that. Was working out after they took Zeus down to 8 HP, but he intelligently fell back and got himself in a very defensive position, trying to wait for his teammates who are rotating in, leaving Simple with the difficult task of finding 2 frags, but 1 he lived up to. So we'll have a look at the CT buy. Their money's low as well. If I'm the CTs now, this is when I'm dropping in an aggressive round. Whatever they've got in mind, I want to get intel. We know their money's not great. They're probably going for an execute of sorts. Final buy comes in for Gambit. 1 CZ75 for Mo, no AWP for him. Seized, UMP, he's been doing well with the AK-47. He's down to just a submachine gun. 3 AK-47s, that's Hobbit, Dosia, and Adren. They've got decent amounts of utility. Set piece makes sense to me for them. Looks like an A split will be coming in. Mo and Seized, 2 players towards Palace. Not that usual on a default. There's Adren to hold the B apartments now. Simple. Only player on the server with the AWP.
We're ready for Electronic to throw inside of the B apartments. Slight variation on the B take, it seems, this time with Seized and Mo toward A main. They'll make contact, flashes and smokes. Edward shuffles further out catwalk to check mid, and they have forced a rotation. In fact, they've forced more than 1. Electronic's gone passive. He's still near B, and they realize it now. They're inside of the site, but they still have the crossfire. It's not quite enough. They're not gone nearly far enough away from the B site. Edward takes the bomb down. Mo is a long way on rotation, and I think Na'Vi's got the position here because there's no way that they were far enough for them to go on to B. Electronic and Zeus were barely outside of the Checker room by the time they came in, and it's done. It's all Mo. He's late to the party, and down they go.
Definitely a Na'Vi round there. Well read. Gambit committed through the fire and had to go with it. That was the force buy. Remember that the UMP, the CZ, the 3 AKs, and does not work out for them. Mo will try and get a couple of kills here, try and get some money. Might get one. Actually gets the double, so that's going to be Na'Vi a little bit frustrated at that. It's not really worth taking a UMP out of his hands. They'll kill him eventually, I'm sure, but that was not really worthwhile, Edward, with the execution here. Oh, smartly done by Mo, but still goes down all the same. Zeus isn't happy with that. But looks of things. Maybe a technical issue going on. He doesn't look too happy with something.
Yeah, well, he should be smiling a little more than the previous rounds because Navi's back in the lead.
Yes, and they should be up against an eco now.
Gambit haven't won a gun round yet in this
second half, yeah.
Yeah, second half. Let's see if we get underway. Well, we are. Countdown's already on. I was going to say I didn't hear the or see the pause come back in or unpause, I guess. What do you call that, Hank? It's unpause.
The unpause will come in. Yes, and they're going to have 4 smokes, probably go towards the A site, try and get that bomb down any way they can. Not really possible to win these rounds to get a plant. That'll be a success in its own right. 2 flashes to work with. Smokes to be deployed. That's towards CT spawn, that one.
Crisscross in the air.
So they're planting that smoke on the side, probably.
And it's an interesting close smoke, too, because it forces the player triples to go hard left, which works. Hobbit gets the kill. Seized. He'll get electronic trading back.
Oh.
We're looking at it as if we're watching a Dota game, but that's all right. They like Dota in the Ukraine. Good shot from Simple to get one. Bomb is planted in the smoke, as you mentioned. Going to get on top of Ticket as well. That gives them 2 M4s and a bit of range. In fact, they won't commit to it. Seized goes behind the Ticket booth. He knows that they're going to be coming from jungle and doesn't want to leave himself exposed, but he's got to help Adren take the fight. Neither of them have armor. They need to find kills quickly. They do get Simple, but Edward gets Adren back, and they know exactly where Seized is. He's going to play the close angle. Rather than going down the stairs away from the bomb and dragging it out further, he just gets taken down immediately. So good job to get the plant down.
3 kills
Make it costly.
Well.
Yep,
Yeah,
but they're still going to concede and make it 12 rounds now for Na'Vi.
That wasn't bad at all. So, yeah, make it costly. And they'll definitely have money for this round. The AWP comes out for Mo. Could even go double AWP on T side if they want to. A lot of teams experimenting with that these days. Hobbit doesn't feel like it's necessary this time. That was the shot that won the round. If Simple misses that, he goes down. That could have been a different story altogether. Lovely work by Simple. 12-10. Still anyone's game here. The CT money is not really that established. You see 2 players on 0. That's Electronic and Flamey. The other 3 have around 3 to 4K. All missing the jump there. And it's Edward to be struck first. Tried to get towards that connector, and Mo, oh my goodness, takes way too much damage from that Molotov. Bit of a blunder there. Ooh. Oh, and another one as Electronic runs out the connector and finds Seized. Gifted a kill on a silver platter. Served by the butler.
The butt butler.
The butt butler.
Please, sir, I want some more. Little Oliver Twist for you.
Yeah, I know. It's I think that's one of the most common lines.
It's like the only line I know.
Yeah.
Flamey to take down Doja, so at least getting 1 back for Na'Vi. Seized. Sneaking through that smoke. Oh, I had the line toward Flamey. Couldn't get it, and then gets found by Zeus. Over-committing. They're walking into them one at a time now, and Simple's got bombed down. Get together. Work as a unit in this situation. Now, Adren, thankfully, is trying to flank Simple, but he's got eyes to this. Unfortunately, he can't see with those eyes when he's completely gray screen. What a miss from Mo. Thankfully, Adren's close enough by. Pushes through, and he recovers it for Gambit. 1 player staying alive and getting the round, though, and it's 1 player staying alive after 4. Thankfully, they've had a lot of bomb plants in those 4.
Do or die time now. Simple's called it. We're buying, boys. This could be Gambit right back in this game. They're going to have a mixture of a couple of rifles, an AWP. Edward, I think, has dropped for his teammates. He gets a P250, no armor. He's got the raw deal there. It's not too bad with the adjustments. Adren looks towards the A ramp. This is a very, very important round. Na'Vi win this, 13-11. Right back in terms of the finances. If they lose, double eco perhaps. We'll see. Flashbang in. Adren doesn't want to push that. He's trying to see if there's any sort of reaction, provoke some grenades towards him. Flamey, UMP, good position for it, right by the palace. Lots of mobility with that weapon. Dosia will be predicting that angle. Oh, no, he doesn't. Does get the kill, though. 2 kills for Gambit coming in. It's up to Simple now. Has to rotate in. He's got a player in front of him. The knife's coming out. How's he alive? Simple takes down Adren, and they're still in this round just about. And he gets another through the smoke. Simple is playing out of his mind right now. He can still win this round.
What a ridiculous turn of events. Gets one knife in, just like swinging it when he's blinded. Thankfully, Adren's completely blind as well. Doesn't realize it, and Simple reacts quicker. The shot on Hobbit equally as nice, and he's got a chance, but he's got to back it off, and I don't think they're going to be able to get much out of this. No kits on either of them. There's already a timeout called from Na'Vi.
Well, that suggests they're saving. Well, we know the round's over, boys. Go look for them. If they've called us...
It's true. If you call it that early, yeah.
You're just saying, oh, the round's over. Like, it's a 3-on-2. They can still go for that. Call it at the end of the round, at least. That's just classic Zeus, isn't it? Tilted and just like, right, going for a pause.
We used to see that when Zeus was in Na'Vi before as well. There was around as far back as Cluj when Fur got 3 kills in the bathroom, and they called it before the round was over as well. So it's happened in the past. 12-12, good recovery from Gambit. Great effort from Simple, but not enough. And you've got, I mean, Doja was dead there. Surely Flamey was going to hit that shot.
Here it is, the little nose scope there. So let's just talk about this round. It looks like a Force Spy is coming in again from Na'Vi. They have enough to win a round. Simple and AWP is enough. Him and no weaponry at all. Him and 4 USPs is enough to win if he's got the AWP. So we have it. 1 AK save in the previous round, 1 AWP on the man on your screen right now. Arguably one of the most talented CS players in the game today. Simple. And we have the AWP. Currently sits on, let's just have a look. I assume he's near the top 28 kills, 17 deaths. That's much more like it. He was pretty absent on Overpass by his standards. Mac 10 for Hobbits, okay. 4 players have helmets. That's not going to be too important. Edward rattles off shots towards middle. Doesn't do any damage. Takes a little bit from the Molotov. They're going for a fast A split here. Electronic, remember he's only got the P250, but he makes it work. Going for the double kill. Can't quite find it. Flamey does make that work though. The FAMAS come in. It's going to be back and forth, but still, it's going to be Na'Vi with the advantage here. They've got 2 AWPs and an AK-47.
Oh, I thought Hobbit was going to read that. He was looking that direction. As they had no information in the site, he'll lose his AK, he'll lose his life. Doja, the last alive, is going to try and sneak out. Knows that Flamey's certainly out toward him, but has to make noise dropping down. Still finds the kill. How fast does he respond to see where the rest of them are? Because Simple's gotten in position. Surprisingly, repeaks the AWP immediately, and Na'Vi retain the lead at 13-12. 29 kills now for Simple, by the way. Seized is on 21. He's not that far behind Hobbit. He's certainly got motivation to win this game. He said it in the interview ahead of time with Paula. It's always fun going against old teammates.
Absolutely. There's a lot of them on here. You've obviously got Seized, former Na'Vi player. You've got all sorts of coaches and back and forth for these 2 teams. Zeus obviously led this team, Gambit, to major victory. They've gone for the Force Spy here. I'm not sure I agree with this one. It's a nice idea with the B rush. Could work out. They've actually managed to get into the site. But Seas is going down for sure. They've gone aggressively towards middle. Still a 5-on-4 bomb should be planted as Zeus gets another. Mac 10's going to have to go absolutely huge here. He's going towards the kitchen right now. Spots Zeus. It's not going to be enough to find the frag. Surely it actually works out. Now there's a chance. Slightly as Dosia goes down to Flamey. It's going to leave Hobbit in an impossible situation, surely. That's not going to work out for him.
No. It's not. So bomb planted, fair play. They'll get some money for it. But Hobbit backs away. Saves the armor. But 14 rounds for Na'Vi, making us more likely to be heading to a 3rd map. Which is, should it be required. I was about to say Nuke. That was the Virtus Pro MVP game, which has gone the distance many times. Do you remember the 3rd map, Hank? I can't right now. I'm lost for it.
It's Train.
It is Train. You're right. There it is. We found it. We got there in the end.
This game is anyone's right now. Na'Vi with a pretty firm lead. Looking for round number 14. They've broken the money of Gambit. One more would do it for match points. Or map points, I should say.
Mouse Sports, by the way, took map 1 off of SK and are currently leading 10-9 on the B stream.
Wow. That'd be some result. That's SK with the full lineup as well.
It certainly is. Yeah, definitely.
What's the third map there? Inferno. Mousesport's very good on that as well. That could be interesting. Sunny pushing down that banana. Getting right up in there. Have they force ball here? I think... We'll have a look. Oh, it looks like a partial to me. They would have spent $1,500 total. So yeah, they've got about $1,000 left over.
Yeah, just above that actually. So playing for overtime is Gambit.
Well, they managed to get the bomb down and get 3 kills with just PT-50s, no armor before. What can they do with CZs?
Edward sitting in fire. He's going to wait to see if anyone drops out of Palace. He knows they're up A main, but he wants the angle. He wants to surprise them. That's what he does, but only, in fact, doesn't even get any kills with Electronic that got Doji. Doesn't get anyone at all. Hobbit hits him from range. Puts them both low, however. So 2 versus 3. Bomb plant is the goal, and as such, they're going to leave Mo. And Hobbit's going to try and take this all the way back over to the B site. The problem is that Mo's got to do some dirty work immediately because otherwise they're going to be aware of that possibility. Zeus is pushing up mid. Hobbit's already gone by, though. So Simple, still on catwalk, is more likely the player to shut this down. He's already looking toward B as well. Mo needs to start trying to isolate Electronic. He thinks there's still people toward jungle. Electronic's going to call that he's heard footsteps. That's going to bring Simple closer. So Hobbit should get away with this plant. 16 HP, though. If Simple even catches him moving into the site, it wouldn't be impossible to picture him taking him down. No, they've got the plant, surely, because Zeus has gone all the way around CT. Simple's going to check it now. It's too late. Hobbit's already putting it down. No, he's not. He didn't go for the safe plant. He left himself open. Bit of a mistake if they wanted the money for it. So Simple denies. Zeus closes. And all that work just to be caught in the open.
There we go. It was a nice idea, but one that did not work out in the end. 15-12 as we'll look at round number 28 here. Playing for overtime are Gambit. That was a partial buy in the previous. They have enough for not an amazing buy, but AKs and 1 Galil. Bit of utility here or there.
Good shot out from Simple, but no receiving end of it. Mo's got the inside of the smoke as well, so if he re-peeks, he'll be sitting in the open.
Dren with the first shot. That's nice towards Zeus. Trying to push up in the B apartments there. Gets caught out. Edward alone now in B. Has got a rotation in the form of Simple, though, in the window with the AWP. Mo tentatively making his way up towards shorts. And it's Electronic waiting in the window. Waiting for the smoke to go down. It's Flamey. This is the reaction from the CT. So it's the first man. He needs to get some intel here. He's pushed to Palace. Going to see if there's anyone towards the A ramp. Can't find anything. It looks like he is going to fully commit. Holds the corner for now. He's got the advantage over the shadows.
Well, they'll hold. Flamey's going to rotate around behind them, though. This could be what breaks the round. Seized is in A, knows it's open. So they're going to start to look back. They actually think that they can get toward A. If it is as open as Seized says, they've got a real chance at doing so. And this is a perfect call because going the underpass, they don't even have to confront Flamey. The flank might only catch Adren, if that. Now he will hear Adren running back to the stairs, goes down. They realize now this is going to be on A. And they've got to race toward the bomb site. Plant for Hobbit. Doja is going to hold from the stairs. And in fact, I'm not even sure they're going to go on this. Mo takes down Edward. Money's still not amazing on the Na'Vi side. This could be a save call.
Well, if they are, Adren's going to be looking for them. Electronic makes his way towards the B apartments. Adren should be able to get the drop on him, but apparently not. Electronic takes him. Adren was low. And they're going to be trying to save the AWP and the AK once again. They're now going to have 2 chances to close this one out. And Gambit will need 2 to take us to overtime. 24 kills for Hobbit. Simple finds the 30 bomb. Adren, another quiet day for him. When they won the major in Krakow, he actually looks like one of the world's best players at that particular event. He was unreal. Very quiet at this one, though.
Yeah, he was fantastic. Distribution, however, is relatively even aside from Adren. 15-13. Na'Vi willing to let that one slide.
They shouldn't force buy here, Na'Vi. They definitely have the option to. They've got 1 AWP. and obviously the AK-47, but everyone else is hovering around that 2K mark. Simple's got 5K. He could drop weaponry. They could definitely get A-Buy out, but is it worth it right now? That's what we need to discuss. I don't think it is. The coach can come in and work out, guys, is this worth it? You've got another round in the bag. You can take that advantage and run with it. If you force buy now, you put yourself in a very scary position. They're going for it. They are going to force buy. They managed to get 2 orbs. Simple drops 1 with his 5K, as we mentioned, gives it to Flamey. Like I said, it's a pretty decent buy overall. But it's real do or die time. Lose this, and we're certainly going to overtime. So 2 orbs, 1 AK, 1 FAMAS, 1 UMP. It's not too bad. Edward with no utility at all.
We suggested being more patient with the purchase, but the double op setup is certainly lethal. Flamey's got one, and he's trying to find a gap through smoke in mid. Hasn't done that yet. Hobbit's still there. And then, oh, those tracers. Oh, I nearly got it as well. I think that actually probably clipped the inside of the wall. It was a little bit of a tight angle. Either way, it was slightly off the mark. Flamey's gone passive as a result of that. They know exactly where that AWP was. Doja not yet pushing Palace, not yet trying to peek inside of the site. He wants his teammates to do the work first and catch them off guard or complement their entry should they be able to control connector. Smoke to window. Flamey needs to make a decision. Watch to see if they boost or swing to jungle and cover connection, because that, at the moment, is at least covered by Simple, so he's going to go actually passive all the way outside of the vent. No boost yet. Electronic starts it. Good find on Doja. Went a little bit early from Palace.
Very early.
Didn't wait at all for the distractions of A-Main. No smoke toward connector as well. Could be an issue, because Simple still waits with the op towards CT. Looked for the Molotov. This is going to be a contact play. We're going to Molotov off jungle. They just want to go straight in. Simple missing a shot that buys them some space. Not only some space, but importantly, some real estate for C's to swing into jungle, but the rest is not going their way. Front of the site, obliterated. A Dread needs to step up. What a shot from Simple through the edge of the box. And Mo burns Flamey alive, but it's all in vain. It's after his teammates had all passed, and therefore it goes 16-13 Na'Vi, and we've got Train coming up next.
Another incredibly close game there. Back and forth it went. Gambit, though, almost wrecked themselves in the first half. They went down 8-1 of all those force buys that weren't necessarily required, and found themselves in a really difficult spot. They pulled it back to 8-7. Can you imagine what could have happened if they just played the financial decisions correctly and actually given themselves a real fighting chance there? They looked at the better team once things got going. They managed to get 7 rounds in a row. So there we have it. It will be Zeus. Not looking too happy there. You did mention he is feeling a bit ill. He's got his head in his hands running the seat by himself. So hopefully he'll be fine for the third map, which will be Train.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't feeling great this morning because he was rather quiet when I talked to him. You can see him instantly to the water. Doesn't even want to get out of the chair. But they win, they succeed, and they force out Train map 3. And I think fairly good middle ground for those two teams.
Absolutely.
I think it definitely favors Simple to go off on the AWP. We saw what he can do on that map a little bit earlier this week when we were at Pro League.
Yes.
He's got so much room to move and angles to control. It's not so static with the AWP at all.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. But Matthew, we should rest our voices. Zeus can try and feel a little bit better. He looks a bit worse for weather.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right.
And we'll see what Train brings. Do not go anywhere. That's going to be one hell of a map.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Don't know how to build a team from scratch or find good teammates? DreamTeam.gg, the ultimate team building platform. Find and connect with new players, coaches and teams. Manage and monetize your team. Get on fast track to advance from novice to amateur and, if desired, to professional gamer. Join DreamTeam.gg today.
It's the quick scope! This is unreal! Anything is possible! Anything is possible!
You still always a monster, Tom!